So here we have a new 2025 Honda Accord. This one comes in the SE trim level in platinum white pearl. And then we have black cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 192 horsepower, 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and that's made it to a continuously variable transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with our LED daytime running lights. And I love the front fascias of these ever since they got their redesign. Just a super sleek look, subtle, but still when you get up on it, you're like, man, that thing is clean. Over here to these wheels, these are gonna be 17-inch alloy. Love the gloss black look to those. Black mirror caps, and then just the black accents around the door. They just did a really good job with this trim level. To the door panel here, one touch up and down windows for the front, regular power windows on the back, power door locks for your window locks, power mirrors, and then we do have our blind spot monitors there. Bottle holder in the door. Trunk release is here. Hood release on the side there. And we do get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. But here's the power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support. And I want to give a huge thanks to Darrell Waltrip Honda here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this vehicle today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. Takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I have the front seat adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so we're gonna see the space as I sit behind myself here. So really good four-door sedan. I mean, headroom's pretty good. The roof kind of curves back here to kind of give me more of that space. Otherwise, it would brush up against there. So nice design move there. You get a seat back pocket on the passenger side. Rear AC vents are here. You get two USB-C charge ports. And there is a view of the front from back here. And I apologize if the fan noise is coming through, but it is so hot out here, I had to turn the AC on full blast. That's that Tennessee humidity for you. The grab handles there, pretty strong hook. I wouldn't put a shirt and a pair of pants, but one of the others should work on that. But lock, unlock for the child locks there. Capless fuel filler. We'll just go straight into the trunk space. Very good size back here in my opinion. You have the releases here to fold down the back seat. And then you do have a little storage compartment underneath here. And there's your jack. And underneath that is the spare tire. But there's a nice look at the back end. And then exhaust underneath. Now that we've hit that release, we can fold the seat flat, run longer objects through to the front, and then pretty easy to just snap the seat back into place. And then you have your top tethers behind the seats right there. And then your anchors are behind this little cover here if you need to put the car seats in that way. Front passenger seat is going to be manual four-way, so we can adjust seat back there, seat bottom here. Let me cut that down now. And then we have a lockable glove compartment right there with the owner's manuals. Now, as we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. And again, that's a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Now I'm just going to show off the blinkers. Love the LEDs. They're subtle but bright enough. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat now. All right. So vinyl wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Over to the radio, we get our AM, FM right there, Bluetooth audio, USB, And then we also have our Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. This menu button goes through all of your settings, but for the most part, everything that you need is in the gauge cluster. But I'll show you how to change the units there in a moment. But a very simple system. One of the reasons I like Honda's infotainment so much is just easy to use. Backup cameras here, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You can change the actual view here if you want to zoom in or get almost like a trailer hitch view there. But don't tow anything with this car. Down here, dual zone automatic climate controls. We can push the auto there and then adjust the fan speed to turn it off. We can sync and unsync here, or you can sync and then adjust the passenger side temperature to turn the sync off. 3-stage heated seats for the front. We can cut the whole system on or off there, and then we can decide fan direction by pushing this button. 2 USB-C ports, one's for charging, one is to wire to the radio. Pretty big storage pocket here if you want to have both phones on the charger. On the shorter cable would be ideal, and then you can just leave them on either side. Now for the shifter, pull on the lever, reverse, neutral drive. You have the sport mode, then you have the low mode there. You have your econ, turn that on or off. Auto stop toggle, then you have your electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Automatic brake hold is here. Center console cubby space. You do have a 12 volt in there, which is nice. And then up here, sunglasses holder, lights, and then we do have a power moonroof, so you can tilt or slide that. So this is a one-touch slide. Goes all the way back behind the cover, so that's nice. And then you can close it the same way. But there's a look at the back seat from up here. Vanity mirror. Ooh, I like that. I wasn't expecting that. Very nice vanity mirror. Love the lights. It looks very, very fancy. Now back to the steering wheel itself. Blinkers, your low beams, auto, and then you have your high beams. You can flash there. And I love that you get that animation when the high beams are on. That is neat. And then intermittent wipers. So one time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent frequency there and then pull up for the front fluid. You can also see on the animation when I let off the brake, the lights go away. So that's pretty nice. But to the steering wheel itself, track list of radio station presets, volume, voice recognition. This is important here. This goes to your audio sources, and you can customize the display as well based on that left side stock. And then right side of the steering wheel, you can control the cruise, adaptive, gap adjust for that. And then you have the lane center, you can turn on or off, cancel, set the speed. And then this goes through that gauge cluster. So this has all the extra stuff you probably don't think about most of the time, but it's there so you can fool with the safety support system, the maintenance, and then range and fuel, you can see that. Go into the settings, and then you can fool with the meter setup, including the calibration of the tire pressure monitors. But in the meter setup, you can change the language, and then you can also change the units of measurement for speed or distance here. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Honda Accord SE out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Honda Accord, I like how easy it is to drive this car. Pickup is relatively good. The Turbo 4 is plenty powerful, I think, for this setup. And it's a Honda Accord. Now, will it go 700,000 miles without having to do anything to it like the older models? Probably not, but still relatively reliable and relatively easy to repair. That rattle's gonna bug me. But it's a quick car for it to be this size. And again, 29 city, 37 highway, you really can't beat the fuel economy that comes along with it. But where I think they did the best job on this car was just the exterior. it looks like an Accord, but it doesn't look like an Accord. It's just a stunning new design, or newer design. It wasn't brand new for this year, but it's been out for a few years, and ever since it did get the redesign, it pops. When you see it, you're like, wow, that thing is something else. But I do like how it drives. It's very easy to get behind the wheel of and just get going. Even in this lower trim level, having cloth seats and a hard vinyl steering wheel, it still feels relatively luxurious. And I like that we get the digital display. I think that's a big plus that kind of helps with that. Now, the infotainment system, as I said earlier, I like that it's very easy to navigate. And honestly, it's one of those things where you don't even have to look at the screen. You can kind of feel the buttons here because it's only a few of them. If you want to change radio here, if you want to change media here. And that's where this thing really does shine in terms of being something that's easy to control and you don't have to necessarily take your eyes off of the road. Just makes it feel safer. So if you have a kid or somebody driving, they're gonna use their controls anyway, Bluetooth audio and all of that. So as long as it doesn't take them 10 steps to get things going, it just makes it safer as opposed to some other radio systems. I'm gonna put it into the sport mode now. And yeah, the pulling power is it's just really good. We're gonna give it a good pull here. Here we go. So good power there. I want to give one more thanks to Darrell Waltrip Honda for allowing me to review this Accord today. I'll leave a link below in the description, but if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But Honda's safety system is fantastic. Lane centering, adaptive cruise, easy to get going, easy to use in different scenarios. And it doesn't cost any extra, which is always good. Don't have to have a subscription for that. But good car for the money. These are just great cars. I think I've heard a few things about they burn oil, just weird things like that. No car is perfect. I haven't seen that personally, but from a test driving perspective, the car knocks it out of the park. Fuel efficiency is good, price is good, design is good, features are good, specifically on this SE, and it has the power that it needs to be fuel efficient and not feel sluggish. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Honda Accord SE.